Fisher Professional Services is a student consulting firm with the idea of getting students action-based learning opportunities. We take students into the real world to provide them with projects with real companies doing initiatives that the companies really value. Whatever the companies are currently focusing on, our students are able to assist them on and in the same time get real-world experience.
My engagement was in Hong Kong in finance with Merrill-Lynch. I was one of 2 undergraduate students on our project, led by an MBA JD. Along our progress and our research, we kind of came along what we felt was a potential opportunity in Islamic banking. And so we kind of presented this to our project mentor, which was the chief architect of the Asian Pacific region, one of the managing directors. And he said, you know what, this is fantastic. You know, this is just too good. I mean, somebody has to know about this. We have got to be keeping an eye on this. So we put together an introductory case study, and we presented to the next level, the next level, and the next level. And I remember there was one point where we were seeing one of our final presentations, and I think we had 16 people in the room. The most junior person there was a vice president, all the way up to numerous managing directors, and there was 3 of us in the room, including Curtis, which is our director. I remember when we were presenting, she goes, "Stop, just stop, everybody stop." And we look at each other, and we start like getting a little nervous. She goes, "This is great, I need to get somebody else in on this." And so we knew at this point that we had had a good success.
The Global Summer Program is different from an internship in the sense that our students are working on teams to produce a deliverable at the end of the summer. It's more akin to a consulting project than it is a traditional internship in the sense that our students are actually driving where the project leads over the summer. In a traditional internship, the students many times are at the mercy and at the direction of a client, of their boss basically for the summer, whereas our students have a lot more flexibility in the ways that they approach the issues that the companies are facing. One of the teams that we had working in Ireland was working with IDA Ireland, which is basically the Irish version of the Chamber of Commerce. Their mission is to bring outside investment into Ireland from companies that are based elsewhere, and they were focused on an open innovation project is what our team did for the summer. It was really interesting helping IDA Ireland to determine how to talk to their constituencies and how to go to market basically.
This summer, myself, along with 18 other students, traveled to Dublin, Ireland, where I worked with IDA Ireland, which is a government agency that's in charge of bringing in international corporations to Ireland. My specific team was really interesting. It was a multidisciplinary team. So we had a political science undergrad, a marketing and computer science undergrad, and then I'm an MBA as the project manager. So bringing all those to the table with working with a government agency and just exploring how this agency is relating to its clients, these multinational corporations. We had great access to upper-level management at the IDA. We had several meetings with the CEO, who was very interested in our project. It was actually his push to form a task force to explore open innovation. So he was constantly meeting with us, constantly interacting with us, providing insights, telling us how valuable our knowledge was. And our final deliverable was actually used in a report to the CEO, and then eventually was used as part of the Horizon 2012 initiative.
All the student teams for the Global Summer Program are led by a project manager who is a student, typically a second-year MBA student. And then the rest of the team is staffed with other MBA students, sometimes incoming MBA students, as well as undergraduate students who we selectively allow into the program. The students work throughout the springtime with the companies to determine the scope of the project that they're going to be working on for the summer, and then during the 3 weeks of academics, they're expected to work during the afternoon times on preparation activities, and then once they land on site in Ireland or in Hong Kong, they begin the actual project.
This past summer I traveled with 15 other students as part of Fisher Professional Services. We were headed to Hong Kong and we worked on a specific client project. In my case, I was working for Mast Industries, which is a subsidiary of Limited Brands, and our challenge was to provide 5 opportunities for growth, whether it be cross-functional or across different segments or even geographically, which areas the company should explore in the long run. On our team, we had a project manager. He was in charge of kind of leading our organization of thoughts and ideas. And then everyone else kind of contributed in their own way. We broke up the project by specific recommendations, so each person was in charge of looking into a different area. Toward the end of August is when we started to put together our final deliverable, and then we finally presented both to executives on the Hong Kong side, as well as executives in New York and Columbus with our final recommendations. With the business community here in Columbus, I think that the college is extremely important. They have relationships with companies that can lead to opportunities for us to travel internationally. Limited Brands was extremely supportive in having 5 students come into their office every day and ask for recommendations for growth and to trust us to make recommendations and to give our input.
The feedback that we've gotten from the clients has been phenomenal. They are extremely impressed both with the professionalism and with the insightfulness and cleverness of our students. I'm amazed at the amount of positive feedback that we've gotten across the board. The most telling sign is one of our clients actually offered jobs to 4 of our students that were working with them for the summer, and the other clients have just provided immense amounts of very positive feedback.